So you've heard about INFJs. They're often called the advocates, or the idealists. People think they are gentle, kind, and always there to help others. They seem to have this magical ability to understand your feelings. They are the friends you call when you need a shoulder to cry on. They listen, they care, they seem to want to make the world a better place. This reputation is mostly true. But here's the thing, everyone has a shadow side. Behind that warm and understanding smile, there can be a whole world of darker traits. These aren't things you see on the surface. They are hidden deep down, often even from the INFJ themselves. This dark side comes from the same place as their good qualities. Their deep empathy can turn into absorbing too much negativity. Their desire to help can become a need to control. The shiny side is what everyone admires, the other side is just as real. Let's dive into some of these shocking signs. The first one is that INFJs can be secretly judgmental. They have very strong values and a clear picture of how things should be. When people don't live up to these high standards, an INFJ might not say anything out loud, but inside, they are making a judgment. They might smile and nod, but in their head they are thinking, wow, I would never do that. This internal judgment can create a silent distance between them and others, a wall that no one else can see, but the INFJ feels strongly. Another sign is their tendency to idealize people and then get disappointed. When an INFJ meets someone new, they often see the best version of that person. They see all their potential, imagine a perfect friendship, imagine a perfect relationship. They put you on a pedestal, but no one is perfect. When you inevitably show a flaw or make a mistake, the INFJ can feel deeply let down. This isn't just simple disappointment, it can feel like a betrayal to them. They created this perfect image of you in their mind, and when reality doesn't match, they can become cold and distant, leaving you wondering what you did wrong. INFJs are also masters of overthinking every single social interaction. You might have a simple 5-minute chat with an INFJ. For you, the conversation is over and forgotten. But for the INFJ, it's just beginning. They will go home and replay every word. Did they say the right thing? Was their tone weird? Did you look bored when they were talking? This endless analysis can be exhausting. It makes them anxious about future interactions and can lead them to avoid social situations altogether. They are constantly trying to decode hidden meanings that might not even be there, creating stress out of thin air. This leads us to the next point. They can be incredibly stubborn. Because INFJs feel things so deeply and have strong convictions, they believe they know what's best. Once they have made up their mind about something, it is almost impossible to change it. They will listen politely, but internally they are holding on to their original idea like a bulldog. Then there's the famous INFJ door slam. This is one of the most well-known dark traits. An INFJ will give you many chances. Forgive you, understand your mistakes, try to make things work. But there is a line. If you cross that line one too many times, they will cut you out of their life completely. It's not a loud, angry fight. It's a quiet, final decision. They will stop answering your calls, block you on social media, and act as if you never existed. Finally, INFJs can absorb others' emotions like a sponge. This sounds like a superpower, and it can be, but it's also a curse. When you are sad, they feel your sadness. When you are angry, they feel your anger. They don't just understand it, they physically and emotionally feel it in their own bodies. This makes it hard for them to separate their own feelings from others. They can come home after a day with friends and feel completely drained and emotionally messy, not even knowing which feelings are theirs. Let's talk about another surprising trait. INFJs can be quietly manipulative. This isn't your typical, obvious manipulation. It's subtle. Because they understand people so well, they know exactly what to say or do to get a certain reaction. They might guide a conversation in a specific direction to make you come to a conclusion that they wanted all along. This ties into their tendency to have a martyr complex. INFJs love to help. They will sacrifice their own needs, their time, their energy. Then, when they are exhausted and burnt out, they can feel resentful. They might think, look at everything I do for you, and no one appreciates it. They don't say this out loud, of course. Instead, they might become passive-aggressive, emotionally withdrawn. Another dark sign is their extreme need for privacy. INFJs have a rich, complex inner world, and they guard it fiercely. They might seem open and friendly, but they are only showing a small, carefully selected part of themselves. Trying to get to know an INFJ on a deep level can feel like trying to open a series of locked doors. INFJs also struggle with bottling up their anger. They see anger as destructive and will do anything to avoid conflict. So when they get angry, they don't express it. They push it down deep inside. It sits there and grows like a pressure cooker. Eventually, it has to come out. This can result in a rare but terrifying explosion of rage over something small, or it can turn inward, leading to depression and anxiety. Let's look at their crippling perfectionism. For an INFJ, good enough is honestly never good enough. They have this vision in their mind, and they'll work tirelessly to achieve it. This perfectionism can lead to severe procrastination because they're so afraid of not doing something perfectly that they can't even start.